What is up, everybody? Today for this week we have my ranking of all Arrowverse mid-season finales. And before you say anything about, oh, this isn't canon or whatever to the Arrowverse, comment down below what you are confused about or something that is in this list that you don't think should be on the list. Because I will 100% respond with telling you how I connected it. And yeah, but anyway, before we start the review, we're on the road to 100 subscribers, so if you would do that, it would greatly help the channel to subscribe. And yeah, I'm gonna roll the intro, and then we'll get to honorable mentions, so let's do that now. At number 10, we got Danny Patrol. This was the 8th episode of Doom Patrol overall. It is season 1, episode 8, and I felt this episode was, number 1, it was just amazing for, it's been a while since I watched Doom Patrol. It's been like a year, but I still remember how good this is. It was, damn it, I can't remember his name, Negative Man. It is a great episode for him, and, wow, it's just the incredible scene where he breaks out singing for the first time, and Danny Street is a street where everybody is accepted, and, yeah, sorry for my phone keeps going off, sorry, but anyway, I don't know, I just really enjoy this episode, and it brings such a smile to my face every time I see it, or hear about it, or just, it's such a delight to hear about, and everybody in Doom Patrol is honestly one of my favorite superhero shows overall, and it just, if you haven't watched it, go watch Doom Patrol. It's like, it's an amazing TV show, and it will knock your socks off. But yeah, at our number 9 spot is wait for it, Smallville Season 3, Episode 8, entitled Shattered. In this episode, Lionel Luthor kind of made Lex think that he was going crazy, and by the end, he is in a mental hospital. And that's basically where we start off Season 3 for the back half of the season, with Clark going to a mental hospital to meet with Lex. But, yeah, it was just, Michael Rosenbaum in this episode is amazing. I'm trying to talk so you don't just get, wow, and stuff. But Michael Rosenbaum has an amazing performance in this episode. He is the best actor to ever portray Lex Luthor, and you cannot change my mind about that. There is one more episode about Lex, I think, on this list, and it is number 1, if that's a spoiler. And, yeah, it's an incredible episode, and, man, it's my favorite episode of Season 3, like, overall. It's just that good, and, I'm amazed by it, just thinking about it right now, because of how great everyone's performance was, and, yeah, it's just a great episode, man, go watch it. At our number 8 spot is Arrow Season 2, Episode 9, 3 Ghosts, and this was just, it really benefits from being an episode of Arrow Season 2. There's really only one episode I don't like, and if you hear, like, I'm trying to move my phone around for somewhere comfortable. To record the audio, I have to hold my finger down on a button. So if I'm going to do this for 17 minutes, I want my hand to be comfortable. But, yeah, just The Three Ghosts was an amazing episode in it. It really helps from season 2. Barry Allen appears in it, and, this was the second appearance of Barry Allen in the Arrowverse. And, we get hints to the Flash mainly in this episode, or Iris West, when him and Felicity are dancing. We have Roy getting captured, and we have Dan Espinosa as Brother Blood throughout this season. Yeah, I said Dan Espinosa. I've been on. Lucifer came out like a month ago, man. I don't remember the dude's name from Lucifer. I know the actor, I just can't name it off the top of my head. But yeah, he's just amazing in the series, in this season. And this episode, when Oliver sees all the ghosts of his past, it's just really emotional and really good. Tommy is great in it, and everybody else is. But at our number 7 spot is The Flash Season 5, Episode 8, What's Past is Prologue. And this is The Flash's 100th episode. And it wasn't really an episode. It was an episode season 5. It's not. I guess it is amazing, but there's not. Oh, someone fell. But yeah, it's not amazing, but it's not horrible. That's the main thing I have to say about it. But yeah, Cicada is really the main part I have about this episode. When the episode aired, I was a little disappointed that they didn't go back to an episode season 4, but I get it, because season 4 had just happened right before this happened, and we went back to, season 1, episode 17, season 2, episode 17, which is season 1, episode 13, where there are currently 3 Flashes in that day, and it's a little trippy, and Reverse Flash calls Nora Dawn, which could actually be her name when the 150th episode comes out, and I think that comes out, you're getting this on the 2nd, yeah, like 2 weeks from then. But yeah, I just really enjoyed this episode. Zoom's minute appearance was a great welcome, and yeah, at our number 6 spot, we have Lucifer Season 5, Episode 8, Season 5, Episode 8, 2 in a row, entitled Spoiler Alert. And this was honestly, it wasn't enough to leave us on a 10-month break, but it was enough to fulfill our Lucifer kick. It came out with 8 episodes, and I guess the finale was impacted by COVID, but they could have released it earlier, to be honest. Not wait till they started shooting that in September, and the showrunner said they only shot the final battle, but whatever. Yeah, I just really enjoyed this episode. I love the fight scene near the end, where Lucifer and May's fight, and Amenadiel has not frozen time, but time is frozen. There's all the glass shards everywhere, and yeah, I love this episode, man. I think it is a perfect episode of Lucifer. And if they want to do Michael and Lucifer, this was my ultimate problem with season 5, and you can hear my problems with season 5 I have a ranking of episode 9 through the previous 8 episodes that came out in May, and I'll link that down below. But I say my main problem with it was there wasn't enough Michael. There was too much ultimate filler, which this was a great example of what to do with Michael, which they didn't follow up on. But our number 5 spot is Death's Door, season 10, episode 7 of Supernatural. And yes, I watched Supernatural. I'm on season 14, episode 6, I think. But this episode happened after Dick Roman shot Bobby in the head. And just to say this, Supernatural is connected to the Arrowverse through Legends of Tomorrow, because Teen Titans Go and Justice League have said that fictional properties are universes in their own selves. And Supernatural crossed over with Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo crossover with Batman Brave and Bold. Batman Brave and Bold has had an appearance by 66 Batman in a splash page, so yeah, that's how it's connected. But anyway, this episode really went through Bobby's psyche, and we see his childhood and him having to kill his dad. And that just came out of nowhere, man. I'm sorry if you haven't seen the episode. I sound like a psycho. But, yeah, it's just, Bobby is one of your favorite characters in Supernatural by this point. And they just pull him away from you and have him die at the end. Yes, he's a ghost in Season 7, because he has issues with Dick Roman, which means he can't pass through the veil. But, once Dean kills Dick Roman in the finale, we don't ever see Bobby again, through the cameos through flashbacks, or when Sam has to go to heaven to get through purgatory into hell. But our number 4 spot is not fat. The Man in the Yellow Suit, Season 1, Episode 9, and this is just one of the great examples of Season 1, man. We have that amazing fight scene between chase, you can't even really call it a fight, between Reverse Flash and Barry, where they ultimately end up at a stadium, and this really is our first introduction to Reverse Flash, truly, besides, like, the occasion he popped in to scare Joe in, like, a previous episode, sorry. We have this plot with Ronnie and Caitlin, and I don't know, even Ronnie and Caitlin, it would be horrible during Season 7, man. They would have made it horrible. Even that side plot was great, and we had it during Christmas, and Joe is the best character of the show. One of the best, even in Season 7. And, I just love this episode so much, man. It just brings back so much nostalgia for me, man. I've watched The Flash since it premiered. I was, let's see, 8 when it started, man. And now I'm almost 15, and it's just, wow. But, sorry for your little fanboy. I just have so much nostalgia for that episode, and the ending where Reverse Flash goes, Merry Christmas or whatever. But, sorry, let's get on number 3. Arrow Season 5 episode, 9. What We Leave Behind. In this episode, it was just a great episode, and if Season 4 was at the bottom of the steps, they jumped all the way to the top of the steps, where everything is great. And Season 5 just brought everything back to Arrow with what we wanted. I stopped after this episode. I don't know why. I think I just forgot that Arrow was on after the mid-season break. Of course I watched The Flash, though. But, yeah, this episode is just... I love Prometheus, man. He's my favorite Arrow villain. I know I can't say that. I really love Malcolm Merlin in Deathstroke, but, man, this episode was just so surprising, and I love the flashbacks to Season 1, showing why Prometheus hates Oliver and the Green Arrow and wants to take him down. And we have that amazing fight scene where Oliver recognizes the move, which shows him that Prometheus has worked with Talia al Ghul. And, yeah, I just can't say any more about this episode. It's just great overall, in my opinion. But, at number 2... Sorry, I said this would be at number 1 earlier. At number 2, we have Smallville Season 5, Episode 9, Lexmas. And this episode happens after Lex has been shot in the middle of the street during Christmas Eve. And we have the subplot about Clark delivering presents or whatever, or in Metropolis. And Clark actually meets Santa Claus. That's what happens in this episode, and it's a callback to when Santa Claus and Superman would, like, help each other out back in, like, 40s and 50s comics. But, yeah, it just, the main part about this is Lex. Lex is in his own reality. Let's see, Season 5, Episode 9. This would be, like, late 2005. So, the future stuff in this episode, Lex jumps forward 7 years in his brain. So, it's 2012. Chloe and, Clark are happy together, so, Lex is with Lana, and Lex is about to have a child with Lana, or another one, because he already has a child, and with marrying Lana, Lex gave up his father's fortune, and he's still as happy as ever until Lana dies in childbirth. And yeah, it just goes down a downward spiral from here. And this episode is ultimately the episode that turns Lex Luthor into Lex Luthor that we know from the comics. But at number 1 is Smallville Season 9, Episode 9, Pandora. This episode, let's see, this episode takes us into May or summer of 2010, I think it would be, timeline-wise. But no, it takes, Clark is hooked up to this machine where, Emil, I don't remember his name, Emil, that's, his name. He hooks Clark up to a machine where he sees the future, and this is what that, Kryptonian who is loyal to Zod was talking about in episode 1, where, Zod wins, and, he ultimately wins the battle and makes Earth under a red sun and destroys Smallville. So we have Oliver and Chloe and everybody as a ragtag group, as Clark apparently just disappeared once and came back after this long time. And we have an amazing ending to this episode where Clark is being dragged by Zod, and all these Kryptonians come after Green Arrow, and Green Arrow sacrifices himself to destroy the red sun and make it regular. So Clark almost kills Zod before Clark gets killed by Zod, and Lois gets the uses her Legion ring. That's what happened. Lois went to the future, and I was thinking a completely different episode, but not like how Clark got there. I was thinking of a different episode, not how, like Lois got there through the ring, but Lois goes back through the ring, and it shows, and it picks up exactly where season 1 episode 9 happened. It was just a great mid-season finale, and I don't know why I'm talking about this during the outro. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. I guess we don't have as much time to talk in the outro as much as I would love. So if you want to talk in the comments, just go down there. They're enabled. Subscribe, go down in the description, and follow all socials. That would be epic, man. And I would greatly appreciate it if you would stick around and for next week. And goodbye, stay safe, and goodbye.